Oh my goodness, hello, welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Jasmine and I post health and fitness content and everything in between. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting me and I'm so happy to have you here. I wanted to do a little bit of an update on my life because I feel like I'm doing so much at the moment and I feel like debriefing it and just like literally speaking out loud will help me kind of figure out my goals a little bit better. So this is currently where I'm at in life. And sometimes it's a little bit counterproductive when you do too much and you actually can deter your progress a little bit. So basically this is a brainstorm of my goals, my current position, where I want to be and how to actually get there. So a little bit of an update. I started playing footy again on the weekend. My friend messaged me who I'd never met before and asked if I wanted to fill in for her team for Surfers Paradise. And I played and oh my goodness, does it feel good to be back. So a little bit of a backstory, I have played footy, and when I say footy, I mean AFL footy, women's football, not soccer, not rugby, not anything else that people call or clarify as footy, but AFL. And I actually played my 75th game on the weekend, which is so crazy because I haven't played in 4 or 5 years. So to be back on the field kicking the ball honestly was the best feeling, and I can't wait to just apply myself and put so much effort into my footy. I also feel so grateful that the team that I played with on the weekend are the most lovely bunch of girls. I'd never met any of them, they didn't even know who I was when I got there, like they didn't even know I was filling in, but they all welcomed me with open arms, and honestly that is the most amazing feeling because moving to another state, a month ago, so moving to Gold Coast a month ago, making friends is quite hard as an adult. And when I walked into the room, or I guess not even the room, like we were outdoors, but when I walked into the energy of all of these girls, I just instantly felt welcomed and connected. And I just feel so grateful that they are all such a great bunch of girls, and I can see myself being so close friends with all of them, which is honestly just the most amazing feeling, like as a 22-year-old moving states, not really knowing too many people other than from social media. Like it's just awesome. So with my footy, now that I'm getting back into it, it kind of changes my training a little bit because at the moment I'm training for another half marathon. So I actually ran a half marathon about a month and a half ago, and I'd only been like 6 weeks into like proper running. So when I say proper running, I mean like running in general. So my body was like a little bit shocked after I ran that first half marathon, so now I'm doing it properly and I'm running a half marathon with a client and a friend of mine in August. So I've got to train for that, but I've also got to make sure that I'm focusing on all fitness components. So at the moment, obviously long distance running with the half marathon training, and then it's more interval kind of sprints, more fartlek kind of running for footy, because Guys, when I tell you that I went into that footy game being like, I am going to be so fit, I'm going to be able to run so well because I've been running now for like 2 months, 3 months. No, not at all. I ran and I was like, holy moly, where has all that training gone? And it's because it uses different energy systems. Like with footy, obviously you're running a longer distance, but it's mostly sprints and then stop at start. So I did find that like my running training obviously doesn't complement the footy very much. Like yes, it does help, but not as much as I thought it would. So now I've got to start implementing a little bit more interval kind of running into my training style. And then that's the other thing, gym. My gym training has been, or like strength training has been a little bit on and off since I started running because I found this pure love for training and running. I have found this pure love for running that I find myself neglecting my gym sessions because I would rather run and make sure I recover well from my run to go for another run, which in my footy game, I did notice that my strength had gone down a little bit. So I need to build that back up as well as all my other fitness components, purely because you need agility, you need power, strength, all of the things. So they're the other things now that I've got to try and squeeze into my training. So the way I'm going to do that is like since I bodybuild actually. So I competed in my bodybuilding in April last year. So April of 2023, I competed in my bodybuilding and I had an awesome coach during that. But once I finished bodybuilding, I felt a little bit lost. I traveled to Bali about 4 times after that. So I didn't really need a coach as such. I started intuitively eating and just overall found that I was just intuitively training, and I've been doing that up until this point. But now I've got goals. I have a goal that I want to reach, and in order to reach that, I need to be performing optimally. I need to make sure that I'm resting optimally and just overall looking after my nutrition and my training in a way that I can perform my best. So by doing that, I actually reached out to my old bodybuilding coach because she is literally just a ball of knowledge and I look up to her so much. She's such an inspiration. This is her Instagram. Love Beck. So I'm going back to her for coaching just to help me find a little bit of regulation between like all my different running styles, and also kind of just to balance me out, because I find I have so many things that I do, right? Like I've got so many hobbies, like ways of movement that I enjoy, and I tell myself I can do it all, right? Like we all do. If you have a good willpower and discipline, like you will tell yourself, oh yeah, I can do that, right? So often I bite off too much than I can chew and I'm gonna get burnt out. So realistically, I do need someone to oversee everything I'm doing and just to give me a little bit of structure to follow, but also to tell me when I need to rest. So that's kind of like where I'm at the moment with my training. I don't necessarily have like an end goal as such. It's like to still just be as healthy and to live optimally as much as possible. But now that I am getting back into sport, I do have to have more structure because I want to perform well in my footy. But playing on the weekend, I'll add some photos up or videos now of my game. I actually did get second best on ground, which like, honestly, it was just the cherry on top. Like as I was saying, the girls are all so beautiful, and if anyone's watching this, like I recommend playing footy. It is the funnest thing ever. I mean, like I'll upload some photos now as well, but I did get quite badly bruised and my whole body is feeling it today. But in saying that, I am just so stoked with everything, and I feel like I genuinely manifested this unintentionally. Because I've always wanted to play footy, but I moved to Sydney from Melbourne, and in Melbourne, footy is huge. Footy, AFL, is huge, but then I moved to Sydney, and when I said footy, people were like, soccer, and I'm like, no, not soccer, footy. And it just wasn't even a thing in Sydney. Obviously, there's like Sydney Swans and stuff, but like it's not that big in Sydney. Everyone's like into rugby and NRL and all of that stuff. So when I moved to Gold Coast, I was like, now this is the perfect chance. And it literally just like an opportunity arose, and well, now I'm here. So really, really happy. I'm not going to go back to basketball as of yet. Like in Sydney, I chose to go back to basketball. That's like my childhood sport. Love it. But no, I do feel that my heart lies within the footy field. So yeah, that's basically like my training and everything at the moment. I have chosen to continue eating intuitively, just making sure that I'm eating enough, because with training and doing as much as I am at the moment, it's so easy for you to eat into your muscle and not eat enough. So I really just need to make sure that I'm eating enough protein, carbs, fats, micronutrients, water, staying hydrated, all of the things. So I am gonna just eat more than what I'm currently eating to make sure that I'm either at maintenance at least, or even in a bit of a surplus, purely because I am doing so much. So it literally hit 9 a.m. this morning and I was already on 18,000 steps. So since 9, I haven't actually moved much. I've just been behind my computer doing client stuff. So it's now 11 and I've got 18,500 steps. So even just like that, I'm like, I know I need to eat, just to make sure that I'm fueling, right? Because it's so easy to, you know, get attached to all this training that you do forget about your nutrition. So once again, like overall, I just need to find some sort of structure, balance with everything to make sure that I'm working optimally and training and eating like an athlete. So that's, yeah, bit of a wrap up. I could go on forever, but I won't bore you guys too much. But that's kind of a wrap up of where my head's at with my training, my sport, all of the things. I completely got off topic and forgot to tell you guys about my gym at the moment. So at the moment, I've got a gym upstairs. It has a 7 kilo dumbbell, it's got a 10 kilo dumbbell, a couple of kettlebells, a cable machine, and a quad extension. It is so convenient that it's upstairs, because if I want to go to the gym, like I can just go up the elevator, train and then go for a swim after, or even just like come back downstairs. And it is so convenient that I don't want to trek it down to like Pack Fair or Surfers Paradise to go to the gym when I've got stuff upstairs. So it's been like a little bit hard to try and find a bit of a balance between actual strength training and lifting heavy to kind of just like functional movement without loading too much weight on and like having progressive overload. So yeah, I'm like at that stage now where I'm like, no, I need to strength train. I need to get strong. I need to get strong, because I would rather push people around in footy than to get pushed around. So I need to make sure that I'm on top of that. So yeah, it's just like incorporating that as well, because as I was saying, like I'm finding myself love my sport and I'm loving running so much that I am kind of pushing gym to the side and I'm not making it a priority when I really need to. Because since stopping gym, like I was doing gym like six days a week, and I was progressive overload like every single week. But since stopping that, and now I go to gym like I train like 2-3 times a week, I've found that overall I'm not as mobile, I'm not as flexible. I just feel a bit more stiff and my recovery is nowhere near as good. So I also found that when I was going to the gym and I had just started running, that I felt like I had power. Like I felt quite good with my running. And I felt, yeah, even recovery after running was really, really good. So there are so many benefits to strength training, not just looking like a muscle mummy. That is definitely a benefit, but there are so many other health benefits that go along with strength training and putting, load on your muscles with strength. So that's basically, yeah, where my head's at with that as well. And then just trying to find balance with work and walks with my friends and things like that. So yeah, she's doing a lot. She's really doing a lot. On top of that, I also love bowling. And oh my goodness, I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone bowling before. If you haven't, this is your sign to go bowling. But when you bowl and you only use like one side, I found that when I go bowling, when I wake up in the morning, my bicep, just my whole, this like arm, like I even feel like tight in my neck, feels really, really tight. And like, I love bowling. And by the way, oh my goodness, I'm so good at bowling. Like that isn't to be like really egotistical or anything, but I versed Victor and like Victor's good. But I found a little hack when I go bowling now, and it's like, okay, picture a bowling alley. So like 10-pin bowling, not lawn bowls, but like actual like 10-pin bowling. On the like lane, they have the little arrows facing like where the pins are, right? And there's like 10, because I think there's 10. However many arrows there are, I don't know. But anyway, you literally like look at the arrow in the middle of the lane that's going like straight down the middle, and you like just stare at that and you bowl towards that and you'll get a strike. Like you'll literally get a strike if you do that, I promise you. And if you do, let me know, because I'd love to like celebrate with you, Even if any of you guys want to go bowling with me, like let me know and I'd love to do that. But anyways, love it. So like even just incorporating that, making sure that I'm balanced both sides, like, oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, so your girl's got to eat and drink a lot of water. But yeah, so keep an eye out for my Instagram and even my Strava, and you'll see my training is going to change drastically. I mean, actually, that's what I will do. I will tell you guys what I'm doing at the moment. So at the moment, I have my diary. I am obsessed with this diary. And basically, I just like put all my everything in there. So at the moment, my camera's gonna die. At the moment, my training is really, really like odd every single week. So it's different every week, but Monday is my long run day. So long run is like 10 kilometers upwards, and all the other days I kind of just like do with whatever feels good. So today I ran, because today's Monday, today I ran 10 kilometers, but I actually ran it along the beach. I have never done like beach running before because I struggle walking on sand. But as I was saying earlier, like I feel so broken after my footy game that I was like, okay, my joints feel sore, but I run on Mondays, and I'm not changing that because I need to stay consistent with it. So Monday I was like, yep, okay, like we're here. I'm not going to run on the hard ground because I also have runner's knee, so patellar tendonitis, which gets really aggravated when I haven't stretched and I feel really tight, but I do exercise. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a run. I'll do a really good warm up. And I actually ran along the beach because it was less impact on my joints. So much fun. Oh my goodness. I was running and I felt on top of the world because the sunrise was happening. I even had like these 6 ladies who I'm assuming were traveling and on holiday ask to get a photo with me, and I was like, yeah, like I felt awesome. So I got a photo with them. But anyways, yeah, so like on the run, it felt great. But I am feeling really stiff right now. And then I went for a 5-kilometer walk with a friend after. So that's why I've done so many steps this morning. But that's today, and then I've got footy training this afternoon. So footy training is now Mondays, Wednesdays, and games are Saturday night. So that's like footy 3 times a week. Running should probably be, because obviously with footy, you're running a lot. So running, I'll probably do 2-3 runs a week, and then gym will probably be 2-3 times a week as well. And then focusing on just like stretching, mobility. I should probably even look into getting like a recovery like pass to somewhere. So if anyone knows in the Gold Coast any good recovery places with like a cold plunge, a sauna, like please let me know, because I really need to do some recovery. Or even actually, you know, like those massage guns, maybe I should get one of them so I can just kind of do recovery at home, because I definitely feel like that is what's eating me alive at the moment, is my recovery. She ain't optimal. She ain't optimal. Like I'm sitting here now and I'm like, even to get up, I'm gonna need to like get some crutches. So even incorporating that is going to be a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. And then Wednesdays. So Wednesday I go to run club. So run club is a 5-kilometer run, which typically I go with either Victor or one of my best mates, Sophie. We go to the Hedges Run Club in Mermaid, I believe it is in, like at Hedges Road or something. Anyway, we go there and typically we go fast. Like when I say fast, my heart rate is like 200, which is literally over my maximum heart rate. So we go quite hard there. So then recovering after that is hard. And then that's at like 4 a.m. in the morning that I have to get up. Oh, another thing, I also just bought a bike. I just bought like a $900 bike because I want to start bike riding. So like, where am I going to fit that in? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like having this on paper, my brain is just gonna go like, and then, yeah, I kind of just like fit everything in around those days. Like you can see on my diary here, the pink is my exercise. So I just have it at the top because typically I train in the morning, or like I do exercise in the morning. I feel like that truly makes me feel energized for the whole day. Like I'd rather have energy from exercising, making myself feel good with dopamine, a dopamine hit from the sun, light therapy, all of the things. Like I'd rather that than to have to like drink caffeine. That's a lie. I love my coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. So you know what, best of both worlds, let's do both. But anyway, I like training in the morning, it makes me feel good. I also sit down for my job or stand up with my stand-up desk, and I feel like I don't want to sit here telling people to exercise if I hadn't even exercised myself. So it's just living with integrity, but also just being like, doing what makes me feel good so that I can help others. Fill my cup before I fill others. That's the one. So yeah, so it's like just completely different. It's, I don't know, but I'm just so excited to kind of get some more structure with my training. Anyway, I am just so excited to continue vlogging all of this. So I hope you guys enjoy my training. I hope you guys enjoy my journey, all the lessons that I'm learning as well. You guys, I've gotten so much good feedback on how connected you feel with me through YouTube. And it just like lights me on fire because I'm having so much fun with just talking to the camera like a crazy person. It is so fun. It's like a therapy session with myself. It's like a journaling session, but with myself. So yeah, like I'm having so much good feedback with it, and you guys, like even my clients have put into their check-ins that they've learned so much just like even watching this and learning more about me. They also feel connected to me. So that is purely my purpose with this. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you have any feedback or you have any ideas or want to connect through any exercise or fitness, health, or even if you want to get a coffee together, let me know. I'd be so down, but I hope you have a fabulous day. Continue smiling and also continue living your healthiest life. Thank you for watching. Please support, like, subscribe, comment, all of the things, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!